Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to a fairly uninteresting news article, this time a direct follow-up to the recent intermittent DDoS attacks as of October the 9th, they say. This has been going on for the past week or so, but essentially it's been mostly focused towards the European data center, Chaos in particular. So if you play on Chaos, you will have probably had this happen to you. A lot of people have hit the Reddit and the official forums complaining how they were doing certain activities in the game that they can't do again, certain parties that were close to clears on Savage, and then there are people that unfortunately missed out completely on their wedding, simply because the DDoS essentially cancelled out their ability to attend their own ceremony. In regards to that particular point, there's actually no feedback as of yet whether or not Square Enix are going to honour a refund for that person's purchase towards their wedding or not. They're still in talks with them, but fingers crossed that hopefully they get that sorted out, because that is completely awful. So essentially DDoS attacks, if you didn't know, are basically where you send large amounts of packets of data or lots of little packets of data from thousands of sources towards a server at the same time, essentially causing disruptions and network issues. And this is basically what the contents of this document, but supposedly producer and director Naoki Yoshi put out himself. I would like to explain the current situation, as the intermittent DDoS attacks over the past few days have been a cause of concern for our players. The DDoS attacks are currently targeting the game servers and network environment of all Japanese, North American and EU data centers. The DDoS attacks are being carried out in varying patterns in each region, and we are constantly adapting our methods in order to effectively defend against the attacks. Depending on the pattern of the attacks, we may require maintenance when switching to a different defensive method, in which case we will make an announcement in a separate notice. We are continuing to communicate and strategize with upstream ISPs as we address the situation. And then it goes on to talk about the effects on gameplay. As the pattern of attacks received and defensive measures used vary between each region, their effects on gameplay will also vary between each region. Our main priority is to prevent worlds from going down and services from being suspended, and so we are doing our best to provide optimal defenses in order to minimize effects in each region. The EU data center, which has been the most frequently targeted, had some cases where several hundred to several thousand of disconnections occurred during an attack. The NA data centers have also been affected similarly, albeit on a smaller scale. On the Japanese data center, we observed users of certain ISPs and network routes experiencing several milliseconds of network delay due to the effects of defensive measures in place. We are doing our best to provide optimal countermeasures across all data centers to prevent major issues, such as all worlds becoming unavailable. However, some defensive measures have had side effects, and we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience they are causing to our players. So essentially, expect the game to be incredibly laggy if it works at all for the next few days, possibly weeks, until they find a solution to this. There's not really much specific details on this, but it's nice to know they are trying at least, but how long this is going to take is anyone's guess. It has been a week and a half nearly, and we've not really seen any difference. But either way, it is what it is, and that's the document we got published today on the Lodestone. A link in the description will be to that. Let me know what you think about the DDoS issues below, what you would do differently if you're a network person, professional or otherwise, and I'll see you all next time.